Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. And it is the 2nd of January, and this is the first time that I did not have to go to work the day after New Year's, so being retired is a great thing. So the firewood stand has been doing very well, and we got a bunch of totes that we had split up earlier in the year, and this wood is nice and dry, ready to go. And you can see the advantages of putting these covers on the IBC totes, because our wood is dry, our wood is free of ice and snow. And so I'm going to load up the truck here, and we're going to get back and load up the firewood stand. It had been doing good during the holidays here and a cold snap. Right now it's, what are we, 23 degrees outside. And definitely a day we're not going to be sawing. We have a gentleman coming from North Carolina, and he's going to buy that wormy pine that we've been sawing and putting aside. So we do have a market for that wormy pine. A lot of people had said, why do you guys leave your logs sit and rot and go to waste? Well, worked out to our advantage. So every once in a while something works out to your advantage as far as low grade wood. So we're going to get this loaded up. We'll go back, we'll load up the firewood rack, and we're going to make some more bags too. The firewood bags have been a big success. I was wrapping them with stretch wrap, the shrink wrap, and what I had found is a lot of people didn't like it because you physically have to pick the thing up. With the bundles, you literally just pick up the drawstrings and away you go, and you could actually carry 2 bags with no problem. So, all right, enough of that. We'll just keep loading up here. Well, we made it back from up at Uncle Edmund's, and what I try to do is I put all this slash aside, and I'll bundle this up for kindling wood, and a lot of the smaller split pieces I'll keep this aside for bagging. So you sort of try to take advantage of each size of wood, and it seems like now people have been wanting the bigger chunks in the bulk wood. And that'll reverse when we get into spring and summer, because that's when people want them little fire pits out in their patios going, and they seem to like the finer split wood. But I try to make a variety. This is a small stand, but the stand's working out really great. And we'll keep these aside. You sort of got to just sort it out as you go. But the totes have been working out very well for us. I think that was the proper way to go. So I'm going to finish loading up this bulk section, and then I'm going to try to do some re-splitting on. There's a couple real big pieces in there that are just too big, and we'll get them split down smaller for the bags, and then we'll make some kindling wood bags or bundles. What I do with those, this is our nothing more than our edging strips off the edger, so I put them with the shrink wrap That way they can see what it is. If I put them into bags and they grab a bag thinking they're getting firewood, they're going to be highly disappointed when they get home. So I'm thinking about finding a different color bag that is actually labeled Kindling on it for the future. So, but anyhow, this is working out really good. I'm very happy with the firewood stand. You know, you think about it and you say, boy, I wish I'd have done that a couple years back. And well, that's the way that always works. And I think we're almost full here. A couple more pieces. We got one section done already. Well, we'll go inside where it's warm here in a couple minutes. All right, and normally I'd be bundling outside, but the high today is going to be 25 degrees, and I'll just carry this outside, but not today. It's a nice 70 degrees in the shop, and I don't mind carrying a little bit of firewood in to bag it, that or freeze. But I try to vary the sizes of pieces. Sometimes it's like a puzzle. Sometimes it works really well. And then at the end I always put one extra piece in, and then I put one of my YouTube cards in there, because everybody that buys the firewood will find a card in there and maybe they'll go and check out the channel. But if you're into the YouTube business such as I am now that I'm retired, you got to promote yourself. But yeah, this bag is working out really well. Glad John from Frickin' Jeep told me about try to limit as far as it turns. And this is that's a perfect angle there. So you just take your time and make up as many bags as you can. And I store them inside where it's heated here. That way the wood's a little damp and it'll stay nice and dry. So that is how I'm keeping up on the bag wood. And let's go over to a different topic here. And this is the Kindling. Get these bags out of the way. And somebody's pulled in to grab more firewood. That's a beautiful thing. I basically built a little wooden box. This is a lot of our edging strips from the edger. And I just stack them in there nice and neat. And then I use the stretch wrap like I showed you outside there. That way you can see this is kindling, not firewood. And then you just turn the box around. And I'm actually considering getting a kindling splitter and maybe make some mini firewood. That seems to be the thing today, the mini firewood. So and there you go, you just pick your bundle up out, and this is $5 worth of kindling wood. So there you have it. We got somebody coming up to the mill here shortly, and they're going to buy that wormy pine I talked about earlier. So I guess we're going to take a little road trip up the mill and get him loaded out. Again, sorry about no sawing today, but that's just the way it is. It's freezing cold. But next week, they're talking Monday, we're going to get into the, I think, mid to high 30s. So that'd be like a heat wave. So, all right, I'm going to get going here. Alrighty, we're at the sawmill here now, and there is the 2 packs of lumber that are going to be leaving here, and everybody is standing around the fire. I wonder why. This morning started out about 10 degrees.
It's cold.
And yeah, we got the whole crew here today, and like I said at the beginning of the video, we will not be sawing. So this is Gary and his wife, Lisa, and what do you got here?
We've got mini cornhole boards.
Check that out.
All different kinds of wood.
And this is stuff you can't get in the United States. This is all exotic.
All exotic woods. And we've got our little mini cornhole bags to go with it.
That is cool.
The cutest thing I've ever seen.
So that is that's definitely like some bar room fun there.
Absolutely.
I can see that being a lot of fun.
On a bar, tabletop.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
There you go. And what else did you bring us here? Let's go over to the lumber pile here.
Brought you some flags.
Now check this out, everybody. You will not find these. This is just beautiful, and this is why he wants the wormy wood. But this is at them bees that bore tunnels, and just look at the quality of workmanship here. And I know mine's going to go up in the bar. That's man, that is beautiful. Now, if someone was wanting one of these,
You can find me on Facebook under GR Woodworking.
okay.
And yeah, we're happy to ship them anywhere anybody wants one.
Yeah, and what's something like that worth?
The wormy ones go for $80 a piece, $80 to $85, and the ones without the holes and stuff are $65.
And that's very reasonable. That's a lot of hours. And
mini cornhole boards, they're 25 for one or 45 for two.
well, that's really cool. And yeah, I'm glad you could come out with us today here. And we wanted to saw, but it just it started out at 10 degrees this morning, and
It's a little chilly.
there's just no way. In fact, the GoPro froze up. We had to restart this video. So let's get some machinery fired up and let's get this wood loaded on your trailer. And you're from where at in North Carolina?
Mars Hill, North Carolina.
Wow. So they did a lot of driving to come up here. So
7.5 hours.
oh man, that sounds like ZZ's trip when we went down. That was that was a lot of fun. So all right, let's get loaded up here.
All righty.
Yeah, it's a little tricky with the wheel wells here, but somehow we're going to get it. Well, there we go. We got a trailer full of wood here, and there's a load on there. But that's good. We got stuff moved that we wanted to get moved, and you are going to get this thing secured nice and tight here.
And go to a new home.
To a new home. And so what do you think the weather here, huh?
Cold. I don't miss it. It's very cold.
Yeah, it's just a little bit on the cold side here. And there it is. The safety chain has been fixed. And alrighty, thank you. And there goes a beautiful load of wormy pine on its way to Tennessee, or no, North Carolina. Well, that was a busy morning.
It was.
And, you know, sorry we didn't get no sawing done today, but it 10 degrees is just
It's too cold.
too cold. And I think the high today is like 24.
Yeah.
And it's just not a good day. But the good news is we're going to be heading back up into the 40s and 50s coming up this week. And I think we might actually get some logs on the mill.
I'm going to see if I can get 3 different species.
Yeah.
Something different, and it won't be pine.
And then we also got that piece of oak that you want to saw.
Yeah, I want to get that for the
So yeah, ZZ has an oak log to saw. So we do have stuff to do. So
We're going to get her done.
we'll get her done. So hey, thanks for coming along, and hope you liked the video. It's just something a little different here, but I'm just trying to keep the content coming. So we'll catch you on next one when we're doing something or another. So thanks again. Alrighty, bye-bye.